way off into the future, into a much, much distant life. You've lived many lives and your soul is now there, way off into the future. Get a sense of where you are. Start by looking down at your feet. Are you outside or inside of it?
Outside, but it's almost a bird's eye view. I sense almost like a cityscape in front of me, especially a lot of sort of round, the roofs of the buildings are all sort of curved.
Okay, and you can see the tops of the buildings, can you?
Yes.
Okay. So you've got a good view of where you are. Fantastic.
It's almost like I'm on a hill, yes. It reminds me of, I don't know why I would say Jerusalem, but it's very white. Lots of white buildings.
And do you get a sense of where you are in the world?
Like I said, Jerusalem.
Jerusalem. Lovely. And what sort of atmosphere and feeling do you get from Jerusalem at that time?
Light and white. It's peaceful.
That's lovely. And can you see yourself at that point in that life?
Glimpses of it. It feels like I'm wearing sort of a light blue robe, very white. It's sort of flary and almost semi-see-through, but not quite. It's sort of a very sheer, sparkly fabric. I've got long hair. I'm female, yes, obviously with a dress. Okay. Light brown hair, all curly down the one side. Sort of a very regal attitude.
That's lovely. Look into the face of that future you, Yvette.
Oh, my eyes are bright. There's a light there. It's a knowingness. I'm tall, exceptionally tall, slim, skinny. But there's just this, it's a lightness and a radiance and a calmness. You know how minds are constantly chattering? That's not there. It's just a connectiveness to all around us.
So are you communicating through voice or telepathy?
It's more than that. It's being connected all the time. Mm-hmm. So it's not like messages coming through. It's also just about where you focus your attention. It's a lot more virtual, yes. So an advanced form of, like you would say, telepathy, but it's coming in many forms.
That's amazing. And do you get a sense of the amount of knowledge and wisdom that future self has?
Yes. It's like you tapped into this global information network. It's all there. You can access it like any time. It's almost like a Google without being on Google. It's there. Whatever you need to know just flows through to you.
How amazing is that? And do you think that your future self in this future life has some sort of advice for you and help for you?
Yes.
Okay. And I want you to take that advice and that knowledge. Whether you want to share it or not, that's not important. What's important is that you bring that back with you. And I also want you to...
Just hang on, I'm just waiting for that to come through.
Okay.
It's something about finding the calmness and the peace within, and the trusting yourself more. And it's also about the wisdom that you're searching for, and those answers. It's actually all within you. Mm-hmm. It's not about looking outside. It's just about giving permission and accessing what is already there.
That's lovely. How beautiful. Now, this is what I want you to do now, Yvette. Because as you look at that future self, you'll start to notice that there's a cord that's leaving that person, that future you, and working its way towards you. It'll probably be a bright colour.
No, it's light and sparkly.
And it's working its way
Right.
towards you and attaching you to that future self. Can you feel that there? What part of your body is it attaching itself to?
My back.
The back. Can you feel it there?
Yes.
Because you're going to bring that back with you. You're going to keep that attached there. And that will forge a link between you and your future self. That wise and all-knowing and light being that you've just seen and got to know. And you're going to keep that attached there for you to use whenever you want in the future. So at any point in your future life, in this life, you can tap into that cord and make that connection with that wonderful being that you will be. So hold on to that, keep it there. Bring back with you all of that lovely peace and wisdom and insight. Keep it close with you, form an anchor within yourself with it, so that you can go back to that any point. I'm going to bring you back to this point in this life with us. And I'm going to do that by turning you around and looking at the stream. But you're not going to go in the stream. You're just going to float along the surface of it, just above it, very quickly. So as you float over the surface of the dream, it will just take 10 seconds to come back, all the way to here. 10, coming back, 9, floating in the air, 8, really fast, 7, 6, 5, almost here, all the way back here, safe and sound, 4, 3, you can see here and now, 2, starting to stir, right back here and in this room, 1.